I'm just getting set up, and I'll give it just a minute or so to see if anyone else is joining us. I hope everyone's having a great weekend and you're ready for another great challenge. If you follow me on Instagram, I popped it up on my story already, this week's challenge. And this is going to be a fun one because I'm doing a fun fold card that's a really great technique to use. So I'm excited to show you that one. But let's quickly talk about the challenge for this week. It is a colour combo challenge, which I always love. Now, as you pop on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from if you're new here. And yeah, always love to see who's on with me. Oh, good morning, Carolyn. How are you? So the colour combo for this week's challenge is Flirty Flamingo, Mango Melody, Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana, and Daffodil Delight. And when I was looking at my graphic last night, I actually noticed that I'd made a mistake. I think I called Daffodil Delight Daisy Delight. So I think on my blog post it might have that graphic where it says Daisy Delight. But I think everyone knows Daffodil Delight is the colour that will be on there. Alrighty, so beautiful, very summery, fun colours. Let me show you the card that we're creating today. We're using the gorgeous Awesome Otters, which is a celebration item that you can pick up as a free gift throughout January and February through celebration. Hi Marion. Hi Heather, how are you? So glad that you're all on. Thank you for joining in. So this is a flip card and it opens up like this. A bit of a fun technique to use, and I thought today would be a great day to show you. Like I said, we're using the Awesome Otters, which is a free celebration gift. It is a cling stamp set with 6 different images. Really cute. I love critter stamp sets, and even though, you know, otters are not something that's maybe an animal that a lot of people love, it's so cute. And, you know, you've got 2 otters swimming, one, and I did see another demonstrator actually use this stamp here, and she coloured it and made it a groundhog. And I think even this one here, she used this one and made him a groundhog. So, you know, you can change things up a little bit as well. So this is what we're using. Like I said, the colour combo for this week's challenge is Flirty Flamingo, Mango Melody, Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana, and Daffodil Delight. We are using stamping blends to colour our little images in here. And I forgot that the Mango Melody stamping blend has been discontinued, so I have used it. So if you have it, you can use it. If you don't have it, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Like, I've only used it for the top of the pom-pom, but yeah, I'm not sure why they got rid of the Mango Melody, but anyway, that's the way it is. So we're using the layering circle dies to create this effect. You could use any die really effectively to create this flip card, so use what you have in your stash, but I do like my circle dies, and I have my whole kit here ready as well. One thing I do want to just touch on really quickly is this DSP here comes from the Pattern Party DSP. I think it's Party Pattern DSP. It is a huge pack, and it's a host stamp set in the annual catalogue. You are going to get tons of use out of this. What I really love is one side is colourful, the other side is black and white, and you can't go wrong with black and white. But it is a huge pack, bright fun colours. Let me see, 48 sheets of 12 by 12. So, you know, that's a lot. And you can use that as your host benefits or your stamping rewards benefits. You can choose that one as your free item, and I highly recommend it. It's also the one that we're using with the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, and I'll just quickly show it to you. So this one here, this is available on my blog right now to purchase for $9.99 US, and we're using it throughout the whole month using the Party Pattern DSP. So a super cute little or big pack of paper. So I've actually gone with this one. What I really liked about this, you could change this around for a boy card or a girl card. I've added the Flirty Flamingo, but you could put, you know, Pool Party or Coastal Cabana or anything there. even Mango Melody cardstock and make that more of a boy card. So I really don't think it matters too much. So I have gone with that pattern, which is really pretty. We have just scrap basic white thick for our stamping of the otter. We have Coastal Cabana and Pacific Point for our die cutting. I have a strip of Daffodil Delight for the sentiment. Our card base is Daffodil Delight and also a piece of Flirty Flamingo. So let's get started with this. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And what I want to do first is I'm just going to, this is half a piece of A4 cut straight in half. I'm going to pop in my center point, so at 4 1/8. Then what I want to do is I want to move it over to the 2 1/16, so it's 2 inches and that little first tick after the 2. And what I want to do is I want to grab a pencil and I'm just going to make a mark top and bottom, just like that. I'm going to bring in my ruler, and I've just got my T-square here to use. I'm just going to do a really light line there, just so I know where that halfway mark is on either side. So alrighty, and actually I think I'll have to fold it this way now. I should have done it on the opposite side, but that works fine. Okay, now the other thing that we want to do is we're going to stamp before we go and pop in our die cutting image. We want to stamp our Flirty Flamingo piece, and I'm using Flirty Flamingo ink, and the sentiment that's in that stamp set, it's birthday time. There's also You Are Utterly Awesome, so if you're not doing a birthday card, you could do that as well. So what's everyone up to today? Anything doing, are you doing anything exciting? That didn't make very good English, did it? So I'm just popping and doing random stamping around, so you can still read that it says it's birthday time. We are actually chopping a little bit of this off as well when we do our die cutting of the scallop circle. So once I've done here, I know that we are going to go in and do a little bit of, well, not really shopping, but have a look around at the markets. So that's going to be fun. And we're taking Mum and Dad into Bunnings as well, I think, to get some plant stuff. So that's going to be fun. I'll get to have a look at some more plants and maybe even get some more. Why not? So we're almost there. I've done that really rough, but you get the idea. It's super simple to do. Carolyn says she's catching up on washing. I did that yesterday. But I think you've got a really nice day today as well, Carolyn, which is good. Okay, so this will fold back this way, but we don't want to do that yet because we want to die cut our piece. But this will go in the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, let's see, I think I've got some repositional tape here. I'm just going to add a little bit of repositional tape. Stampin' Up don't have any repositional tape, but it's really good to have in your stash. So if you can find some, I would add it to your stash easily. So I've just put a little bit of amount there. I want to be able to pull it off at the same time. And I didn't grab my laptop to see the comments, so my phone sort of doesn't. Oh, Bunnings, yeah. Bunnings is always fun time. Heather's going to be cleaning the car and mowing the lawn. Nice. Very productive morning. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to create that cut there with our scallop, and I'm using the largest scallop from that layering circle dies. And what we want to do is you'll cut one out and use it as a template. And once you've cut one out, fold it in half. And then what we want to do is we want to line up these fold lines with our pencil line. And we'll get it exactly where we want it, which is halfway. Just like that. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to add some positional tape on this piece as well. It won't really matter because we're taking that out. There we go. And then now we can stick our die over the top. And that way we'll get it cut exactly where we want it. And I'm just going to grab some washi tape. Now sometimes I have luck with the washi tape and sometimes I don't, but you want to take off some of that sticky. But because I'm using the cut and emboss machine and not my Big Shot, sometimes this will take off a little bit of the cardstock as well. So we're going to cross our fingers and hope that that doesn't happen. Okay. So I'm just adding that on, and that's just to make sure that my die doesn't move at all. So let's bring the cut and emboss machine in. And this is where it becomes super important, because what we want to do is we only want to cut. So let's go this way. We only want to cut this part on the Flirty Flamingo side. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up our cutting mat here with that edge. Oh, hang on. So I'll get it positioned and then I'll talk. It's probably safer that way. So I'm going to line up that beveled piece of the mat. I can show you that just really quickly. So there's a beveled piece just here. We're going to line that up with that pencil line that we've just created. And run that through. And that didn't cut so well because you've got 2 layers of cardstock, so we will have to pop that through again really quickly. Making sure not to move anything as we're doing that. Okay, hopefully, yeah, that's cut that through. So while we have this in the row, let's grab those 2 pieces of card. So we have the Coastal Cabana and Pacific Point. And my voice always goes first thing in the morning. Okay, so we do need the largest scallop for our die cutting that we've just done, the second largest for our Pacific Point in the straight circle, so that one, and then the third largest, I think. Let me have a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One, two. I believe it's the 4th largest in the scallop for the Coastal Cabana. Alrighty. For some reason, I don't think I wrote that one down, but I did do the Pacific Point one. Alright, run that one through quickly. I think that's all on my blog anyway, so you can check that out if you want the right measurements. So we have those two. Let's bring all our pieces back in. I can take this off really carefully, and hopefully that hasn't torn any of our card. I would love to get some of that post-it tape that you can get in America. I think that'd be fantastic. Yeah, see, that took off a little bit of the Daffodil Delight, but that's fine. So now I can bring in my paper trimmer and we can score that mark that we made with our pencil. And I'm going to get rid of that pencil mark firstly. And it's nice and light, so it doesn't matter too much. So I've only marked at the top before the die cut and the bottom of the die cut. So by pushing that back, we have that great score line and making of the flip card, as you can see. Awesome. Alrighty. So now we're going to layer that Flirty Flamingo back on, and I'm adding that on with liquid adhesive. Now you could probably get away with, because it has made a little bit of damage with the cardstock, using that repositional glue. If you're a little bit more careful than I am, you could probably just line it up and keep hold of it. I think if I did that, I'd probably end up with it moving on me, but which is why I use those positional pieces. So there we go. As you can see that's torn off an area that we're going to see. So I'm going to have to put something there, I think, to cover that up. Alrighty. So we have our two pieces that will be joined together, but let's bring in our thick basic white. I'm going to stamp my images to allow that to dry just quickly before we use our stamping blends. So because we're using our blends, we need the Memento Tuxedo black ink. So I'm going to stamp my little otter in the water. We need a little party hat. I love that they've put a little party hat in there. And I'm going to clean off this stamp that has the Flirty Flamingo on it, because we're going to stamp our sentiment onto that little strip of Daffodil Delight. So hopefully everyone's thinking about things you could create using this colour combo. I think it's so easy to create something fun and bright using these colours. just going to try and line that up. Not quite over, not quite over my phone, so it makes it really hard. Alrighty, so we're going to pop them to the side really quick, let them dry off. We'll continue with our card. So we have that DSP to go inside. My throat has a tickle in it. And what I really liked about this is we're really showing off this DSP. You could, if you want, pop a piece in the middle that you could write on, but I like the idea of writing on the back, you know, so you're keeping that all beautiful. We have our two circle and scallops that we're going to pop together, and I'm actually going to pop this one up. So the Pacific point, we're going to use some dimensionals to pop it up onto our Daffodil Delight scallop. So you could use any stamp set with this one, any die set to create your flip image. I wish Stampin' Up would bring back our layering dies again. We only have the circle one now. I really like using, you know, the squares and the ovals, all those fun ones. Okay, let's bring our colouring in, and let me show you the blends that we're going to be using with colouring in. For the otter, I have Soft Suede and Crumb Cake. I have Daffodil Delight as well as the Mango Melody, and like I said before, you can't get Mango Melody anymore, but you could just use Daffodil Delight, that would be fine. And Pool Party for all the waves. So I'm going to use the Pool Party Dark for around the water and the droplets. And I'll do this really quickly. It's just basic colouring. You can blend as much as you like with these blends. It makes it really easy, even for beginners, which I love that they've done that. And I'm going to come in with the light and just colour in all that water area. And because these blend in, if you really want the droplets to be more pronounced, all you need to do is just come back in with the dark and go over that. So I'll show you really quickly. Which looks really good. So if you haven't tried the Stampin' Blends before, highly recommend it because they are great to have in your toolkit, as you can see. Oh, there we go. Really cute. All right, so let's go on to the otter, and I'm going to use the light Soft Suede and just do around his side. Like that. I have the dark Crumb Cake, and I'm going to colour the rest of him in the dark. Sorry, in the the dark Crumb Cake, and then I'm using the light Crumb Cake for his little centerpiece. I don't know what they're called. Sorry, I'm not even sure I've seen an otter in real life. Maybe it's SeaWorld. I'm not sure. So I'm blending in that Soft Suede as well. So cute. And then we have the light Crumb Cake just for his belly area. Okay, For the hat, I'm going to do the dark Pool Party for his little dots on his hat. Light, let's get the dark daffodil for the hat. I love the daffodil and Pool Party together. I think that looks so nice. Carolyn says Melbourne Zoo has otters. Well, I might have seen it at the Melbourne Zoo then, because I've been there a couple of times. It's probably just not one of those, probably shouldn't say out loud, it's not one of those animals that you flock to go and see. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of quick fussy cutting here. And because of that water, I'm actually just sort of going around, not doing a, like I'm creating more of a, oh, get it out, Tracy. Not uniformed piece anyway. Has the cutest little ears. So I have my new order hopefully coming on Monday. I'm excited because I really want to play with something different. Anyway, so there we have that. I'm going to cut out the little party hat on top. And I've used the thick white for this just because I know I'm cutting down to a little bit. And it just gives it that little bit of extra strength. Hi Sandra, how are you? Now Sandra, you won my card from my live from last week. So if you could get in touch with me and give me your address, I'll send it to you. I'm glad you've popped on. That's awesome. All right, so we've done our quick fussy cutting. Now we can start adding that down. And I'm just going to use liquid adhesive for that. Oh, no worries, Sandra. You're welcome. So we have him. Let's pop down the party hat. So cool. And our sentiment, we're just going to, because that was on a long big strip, I'm going to cut that down. And then we can just pop him up with some dimensionals. And I'm just going to use the bones, so the outside pieces of the dimensionals. Oh, thank you so much, Sandra. Yeah, it's a cute stamp set, absolutely. There we have it. Okay, so give me a second. Move some of the stuff out of the road. And we can show you the card a little bit up close. So I have to grab, I think I'll die cut another daffodil light piece and pop that over the top, because that does look not so nice. Hi Cynthia, how are you? Thank you so much. So a quick, simple flip card. His party hat really makes a difference, doesn't it? It is really cute. So there we have it. So for this week's challenge, like I said, it is a colour combo challenge. I'll bring those colours in again for you if you would like to join in. Floaty Flamingo, Mango Melody, Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana and Daffodil Delight. Fun colours, really fun card that you can create with those colours. All you need to do is create your card, take a photo of it, and then come over to my Facebook page and pop it in the post comments. And yeah, and even if you're not creating a card for the challenge, pop on over and see what everyone else creates, because, you know, the ladies do an amazing job. each week creating gorgeous cards. So go over and give them some love and get some inspiration for yourself as well. And don't forget, it is celebration right now. So for every order of $90, you can choose a free item from the celebration catalogue. This is my host code and my online store right there. And for a $90 order, you can pick up this awesome otter stamp set as a free gift. So this is till the end of February. So get on out there and get those freebies, because that's always great to get some freebie craft supplies. All right, everyone, I hope that you've enjoyed today's card, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully next Thursday for Create with Tracy. And if not, hopefully next Sunday for another challenge. Thanks so much, everyone, for giving me a little bit of your time on Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you all soon. All right, bye-bye. Oh, hang on. What is the name of your page on Facebook? So it's just Tracy Bish, Independent Stampin Up Demonstrator. It is in the description. I'll pop it in the description of this video later on with all the dimensions of the cards and everything like that, so you can go over and check those out. But thank you so much for asking. Yeah, I don't always think about that, but yeah, it'll be in the description. And even if you have a look at some of my previous videos, you can see all my social medias and that in there as well. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.